Hey guys, Shane from Jaggs Journeys back live streaming once again. I think this is the first one actually for 2026. Um, just due to Christmas, New Year's, all that kind of thing, work commitments, and all the other stuff in between. So, yeah, welcome back and thanks for joining me. Wasn't sure if I was going to be on live tonight. Again, got back pretty late from work. So, hence I knew I'd be late tonight, so hence why I didn't put anything out during the day to say if I was live or not. So I didn't really know until I got home. So anyway, thanks for jumping on. Hey guys, thanks to everyone that is jumping on currently. Greatly appreciated. Hope everyone's had an awesome day today and trying to keep cool because if you're in Victoria, which I'm sure some people on here are from Victoria. I hope you're doing okay in that extreme heat you guys are having down there. I mean, that is insane, and it's so sad to see all the fires and everything going on there. So I can't comprehend 47 degrees or hotter. I have been in 50-degree heat before, and it's not pleasant. So I hope everyone's trying to stay cool. Even up here in Queensland, we've been having some pretty hot weather and some humid weather. I think it was 30, what was it, 37 or 38 on Australia Day. So that's pretty crazy. So yeah. Anyway, stay cool and safe in this extreme weather we're getting. I was actually in New Zealand last week. For nearly a week, and it was like it's summer over there, right? It's just next to Australia, but it was basically 17, 18 degrees. I think it got up to 22, maybe 4 seasons in a day. Rain, wind. We had 100 km/h wind gusts on Saturday. They've had really bad weather down on the east coast of the North Island as well. It's been pretty bad. So, yeah. And then flying in from, I think we left, it was 17 degrees, and then jackets, jeans, and then we arrived here and it was like 35, something like that. So, pretty crazy. But anyway, I just want to say a big thanks to everyone for jumping back on again. First one for 2026, I think. Yeah, I think that's right. So, yeah. We'll just go through some comments and stuff. Again, this is moderated, so please keep it to the topic of theme parks, attractions, all that kind of thing. Let's there's a fair bit going on, I guess. Obviously, Motor Coast is closing. Last day you can ride it's this coming Sunday, so Monday's closing on the 2nd. Yeah, if you're up here and you haven't had your last ride on Motor Coaster, you should go and get your last ride on that soon, this weekend, if you can, or sooner. I'm not sure. Obviously, they haven't announced what's happening, but yeah, I mean, obviously, we'd love to see it just dismantled, taken away, something completely new there. That's what we'd love to see, right? I think. They kind of said to me in an email, there'll be a new chapter for the ride. So that kind of indicates a little, and look, that might have just been just wording they didn't think of, but when they were typing that email. But to me, that kind of, if you read into the wording, it kind of indicates that the ride's getting rethemed. It might have just been like, hey, new chapter for the ride, as in for that area, maybe, hopefully. But if it's for the ride, well, then I would guess it'll be a retheme, like new carriages, obviously, and new ride trains, possibly maybe changes to the track. I don't know. That track, if you have a look at it, the support beams are all just like single beams. They're not, there's no crossover beams, and so you can't really do too much with that track, that specific track. So either way, it depends how much money they're pouring into it. But yeah, Could be a retheme. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping it's something completely new and exciting, which is, you know, Dreamworld's, I guess, thing at the moment. They like to put in something brand new and do it to the, next level kind of stuff, which is really cool. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see because we haven't had anything announced yet. Maybe they're waiting till it's going to be closed. No doubt there'll be some kind of announcement happening there. So all right. Again, a big hello to everyone that's saying hi in the chat. Muchly appreciated, and appreciate everyone jumping on tonight. Again, first one back for 2026. All right, what do we got? So yeah, again, big hello to everybody. Everyone's talking about Motor Coaster there. Yeah, we don't know what's happening yet, so if anyone does, let me know. Again, I've been out of the country for 5 days, so I'm not sure. I haven't had much of a chance since I've been back to get many updates. Straight back into work. So, but I don't think anything's been announced yet. I don't think. All right. Let's see. Okay. Again, just thanks for saying hi, everyone. All right. Let's see. We melted at. Hey Pam, we melted at Dreamworld on Sunday. Sorry. Yeah, Sunday was that the hot day? Monday was even hotter, I think. But yeah, Sunday was hot too, wasn't it? Crazy, crazy, crazy. Am I planning on going to any theme parks from today to Saturday? Now, I work full time. I have a full time job. This is just my weekend hobby, essentially. So, no, sorry, I won't be. I've been working very hard, very busy, very, very, very busy at work, long hours. So, I will not be. Prefer jet coaster over motor coaster. Yeah, jet rescue definitely a faster, more sort of snappy ride. Double launch coaster. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Are you going to be at any theme parks February 23rd to 27? Haven't got a calendar open. I don't even know what days of the week that is. Sorry. Saturdays I'm at theme parks usually, on the most part. Just due to I work full time. So if it's a Saturday, I'll be somewhere, and I don't know yet where I could be on those dates. But yeah, you could certainly send us a message on Instagram, like on the Friday before the Saturday, because usually I don't. Sometimes, unless there's an event going on, and I've planned a whole filming day, and a schedule for me for the day, I'll know where I'll be. Otherwise, sometimes I'll just base it on what's happening, if announcements, that kind of thing. So it really can be up in the air. Yeah, I mean, I may not even be at a theme park that day. I could be at an attraction or something. But generally, all right. I'm at the theme parks for the next 3 days. I wonder if you had any plans. Yeah, no, sorry, won't be there. Aston reckons he knows what's going to happen to Motor Coaster. What's your thoughts? Let us know, mate, and we'll chat about it. Me and my daughter got to see the Big Brother house before it closed. And Connor was there. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It's a shame it closed so quickly. I mean, I get it. The kind of hype from the shows dropped a bit, but still, I think a lot of people, not everyone was here. So some people enjoyed the show and would look forward to going to see that. Excuse me. But anyway, I guess that space has to be used again for the likes of the Wiggles concerts and other things that they have, moving forward. So they've had to get rid of it pretty quickly, obviously. But yeah, I'm glad you got to check it out. That's pretty cool. A re-theme of motor coaster would suck. Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. I mean, excuse me. We're all hoping for a new ride, of course, not a re-theme. And I think they know that's what we all would or guess would probably prefer. Eston saying Greg, CEO, saying Rivertown is not 100% complete. So I think he's talking about retheming motor coaster, maybe an expansion or a third ride. Yeah, maybe. Interesting. Oh, a part dark water ride would be great. Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? It'd be so awesome. Sell motor coaster to Gambaya World. Yeah. I mean, it's good. It's still a good ride. Like, I mean, I know enthusiasts aren't big fans of motor coaster, but families are. Like, Greg was telling me, based on guest feedback from everyday guests, motor coasters is right up there as one of the park favorite coasters for families. So there you go. It is uncomfortable though. That's the thing. It's the restraint system. Not the most comfortable coaster. It's been 3 years since I rode Walvis Falls. Okay. Hey, Ryder. Have you ever been to Aussie World? Yeah. Like, I've got probably, I don't know, dozen videos on the channel for Aussie World, and we had our enthusiast theme park enthusiast day there last year as well. Yeah, really cool little park, Aussie World. I really love it, so it's really good. I personally think the upgrades to Scooby Doo have worse than the ride. No, I disagree. I think the upgrades to Scooby Doo are way better. Particularly the beginning part, dark ride section, the beginning part and the ending. The middle section, though, where you're on the actual roller coaster, I think it's a shame that they took away laser lights and things in that part of the ride. I think they need to bring something back for that part. But the rest of it, I think, is definitely a big improvement. So there you go. Hey, Jaggs, I've been wearing my Christmas Jaggs socks. Yeah. They're cool. Went on King Claw 2 2 weeks ago. The G-force on that thing is intense. It is, isn't it? One and done for me as well. Yeah. Yeah, definitely one and done as well. I'm glad those socks were pretty funny. If I think I posted that, didn't I, on Instagram, I think. Anyway, if no one knows what we're talking about, her, I think, brother bought her for Christmas or got made Jaggs Journey socks. It's my head, like head, hat, glasses, all this multiple times on socks. They got made for Christmas present. I think that's pretty hilarious, bit creepy, but pretty hilarious. But anyway, that's a classic. Yeah, King Claw. I mean, I kind of know people that can just ride that ride and ride it and ride it and ride it. Younger people than I, obviously, but yeah, I thought I'd be okay. I'll tell you a quick funny story, actually. So when we were invited in to do the last ever claw ride last year, I took a because I motion sick, like I'm fine on roller coasters, but anything swinging and spinning, I get sick. I don't do well on those kind of rides. So I took like the Travel Calm, the tablets, before we rode the last claw ride. Now, because I took them, I thought half an hour before we were about to ride it. Then it kept delaying. And then because it counteracts or counterbalances you or whatever, and then I was sort of feeling a bit off balance before we rode it. I think they'd worn off before I rode that. This is the original claw. So I felt a bit crook off the end of that ride. used to make me feel funny anyway. Anyway, for King Claw, I thought, okay, cool. I'm gonna sort this out. So I went to the pharmacy and I got the chewable tablets for travel sickness or motion sickness. And I thought, cool, I'll take that half an hour before I go on it. I don't need water. I can just take them and go on it. Sweet. Chucked them in my pocket. Did the whole, the official grand opening ceremonies and everything. And then just so much going on. And I'm sitting there on it. The thing's starting and I'm like, oh, damn, my sickness tablets still in my pocket. So yeah. So when I hopped off that one, like a few people have commented on the video, hey, everyone's screaming except you. You're just calmly talking through it. And I'm like, well, I'm just talking how it is, kind of thing. But when I hopped off it, then I broke out in like a pretty big sweat. And then my body was like, oh, didn't like it. And then I just started feeling really nauseous, not good. And I'm like, oh, no, this is not for me. So, again, one and done for me too. But anyway, it is a great ride. The G-forces are significant there. I think it's 4.6, I think, roughly. Don't quote me. But, yeah, it's pretty intense. And coming through that station at 98 Ks now, I mean, it's pretty unreal. So, yeah, anyway, it was a good ride. Definitely a great addition for Dreamworld, for sure. Can you wish me a happy birthday? I do all my birthday requests. Look, I just get so many, and it's so anything done like that's just done through the Buy Me a Coffee app. It's just easier to collate everything. I just get so many. I get so many. I'm happy to do them, but obviously anything like that, just we put through that app, if that's okay. So you just do that one. There we go. Oh, but anyway, happy birthday for tomorrow, the 29th of January. I do wish you a happy birthday, and I hope you have a really awesome birthday. That's awesome. What's next for Movie World? And mostly SeaWorld. Well, I just did a visit to SeaWorld. I hadn't been back there since probably Spooky Nights, I think it was. Because I wanted to see the new Dolphin Show 1. And I tell you what, that was actually way better than the last show. I think so anyway. I get a bit bored with shows. Like you know what I mean? I got to be engaged. I got to be focused and yeah, I was pretty engaged and focused on that show. It was really good. What's next for rides and things like that, though? I think, again, Trident was closed the day I was there. It was a beautiful day, just a bit windy. So it's just such a shame they put a ride like that in a park like that. It's windy. I can't operate in wind, in high wind. I mean, it might be cheaper than buying a new ride, but I don't know. Move that to Movie World, maybe, in Doomsday area. So move Trident and put something different in that spot there, or I don't know, just something different. It doesn't get affected by wind. SeaWorld definitely needs another ride, though. I'm thinking some kind of a coaster or a family water ride or something like that, but really decent, something decent. Movie World, again, Doomsday must have to be next on the card. So they must have a plan for that. I'm sure there must be some kind of plan already in place for Doomsday. It's just it's a really eyesore part of the park now. It's something needs to be drastically quickly done, and I'm sure they have a plan, and I'm sure we should see an announcement soon, because they need to get started on that and have that done this year. If that sits another whole entire year as it is, it's going to be disappointing. So anyway, we'll have to watch this space and have a look. I'll keep our eye on social media and updates and things and teasers and, all that kind of thing. So we'd like to see a nice international level of dark ride, I guess, in there. Yeah, or like we've mentioned before, like on our podcast and that we've sort of mentioned that a Spooky Island. So like, you got Scooby-Doo ride and then had Spooky Island, and they have some of that. Like, again, that ride, Trident, even though Spooky Island was CGI into the movie, they had a ride like that there. So you could theme that area to Spooky Island and just put a couple of small rides in there or some good theming, and we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to absolutely wait and see. I just wanted to say a big shout out. What have we got here? To the little ductator. For the super chat. You're very, very generous and kind, and I really appreciate that. And you say to me, "Thank you for all you do." Thank you very much. That means a lot. Thank you. I mean, look, there's more and more and more and more and more and more and more people doing YouTube and TikTok and stuff now than when I started. Obviously, um, I do this because it is a passion. It is my week. It's my hobby. It's my passion. I just enjoy. I mean, everyone has a different style, right? So my thing is to showcase the theme parks and attractions, to tell you what it's like to visit. You know what to do, what you can do when you visit. Um, Give you the updates on pricing, events, food. All the different things that you can do at the parks and other attractions and things like that as well. So, I mean, that's really the name of the game. That's why I started this channel, because whenever I want to research something from like a park overseas, I go to YouTube and I find someone that can be at the parks, like not an actual marketing website, which is always glossy and glamming up. You just want the real deal. I try to put a bit of humor, bit of upbeat music into my videos to make it a bit more engaging, right? So, and I do this for you guys as well. I enjoy the chatting to everybody who supports the channel and things like that. That means a lot, because I know you guys have a lot of choices out there, and and I know there's many of you that have been here on the channel for many years, and I really do appreciate that too. And I see a lot of you around the parks, and it was really cool, and I love that. So, it means a lot when you say that you appreciate and thank me for all I do. So, I do it because I love it, I enjoy it, and I'm glad other people like yourselves, enjoy what I put out there into the universe as well. So, I'm glad you enjoy it. Again, there's many other people now doing channels and doing other things and stuff. So I know you guys have got more choice than ever before, and I'm certainly not the best of everything I do or anything, but I'm just glad you still like the channel. So thank you. It means a lot, and I really do appreciate your generosity with the super chat there. So thanks, little Ductator. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you and everyone, but thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you so much. Okay, now I'll just go back to where I was. Okay, I found my place. I just had to jump and thank him for that. Shelley saying my son loves it. He's 11. King Claw, I think that we're talking about. Yeah, I find kids can just ride those rides, many, many times. Are you expecting a new themed precinct for the DC Villains area, or just a new DC Villains ride? I think a whole new area. Not Villains. It's not the right place for Villains. It's never really was. Villains or DC characters all up the front of the park. It's kind of in the middle of, the Western area / Scooby area. Years ago, it was the Western part of the Western area. So we'll see what they plan on doing there. Yeah, Scooby does need something in that pitch black section. I mean, it's cool not to know if you haven't been on the ride before and you don't know where that roller coaster is going, what direction. It's pretty cool in the dark, but it does definitely need the laser lighting. It just needs it in there. I think we've given feedback, so hopefully they have a look at that. Aston's been on King Claw 15 times now. That's crazy. Me again, one and done. I mean, there's a small chance I might go on it again, like maybe at night, and I will be taking my my nausea tablets definitely before I go on it, and see if that makes a difference. We'll see. Love the channel, but can I ask, do you ever remove your sunglasses? When I meet people in the park and that, yeah. Look, I usually, depending on the situation. Yeah, these are prescriptions, so I need them to read. So, And yeah, like end of the day, my earlier videos, I mean, I'm a cap guy. I always wear caps. Um, my earlier videos, I wasn't wearing sunnies, but I'm always squinting, like really badly squinting, because I'm in the sun all the time. So you should always wear sunglasses outside. But then this become the when I put my logo together and all that, it's become like the look or the character. Jaggs Journey is the character, I guess. So the key thing is, and on the back it has the YouTube channel, Jaggs Journeys. It identifies me to people that think, why is this man in the theme parks filming things by himself? I mean, a lot of the time, my wife or my daughter or my wife would be with me anyway, not always, or some of the other people I catch up with. But I think for me, it's important. I used to work in the theme parks. So it's important to identify just what you're doing. You're filming for YouTube, so people understand that, and they can check out the channel and check out the content and go, okay, yep, that's all cool. But also you're watching the video, and then all of a sudden you see me in the park like this. But if you were to see me in my work clothes, for example, I wear business clothing at work. So obviously I don't wear sunnies or a hat, but I do wear prescription glasses. And it's funny because I one of my customers that I service in my job is theme parks, and I go in there. People that know me as Jaggs Journeys, always say hi, and I walk straight past them. I say hi, and they look at me going, "Who's this guy?" So yeah, it's kind of good for when I want to just go out and be with my family at other places and things like that. So, but yeah, so it just become a thing. So that's all it is. But it's really sunny in Queensland. It's really sunny in here with the lights, But no, these are prescriptions, so I need them to read the comments. But thank you. I appreciate you loving the channel. Pammy Pam, I want to try King Claw, but I'm just not a fan of lap bars on rides like that. I tell you, excuse me, I was thinking the same. I was thinking, oh my God, it does still have a couple of metal bars that go over here, so you can still sort of hold on there. That some people like that, sort of feel secure. It's fine. It's good, and it's a really cool feeling, a good experience. It's a good ride experience. So yeah, if you don't mind that style of ride, you should still give it a go. If I can do it, you can do it. I can tell you that. Riders, was it? Favorite set piece on the Scooby is the big ticky head with the Scooby animatronic before the final drop. Yeah, and that whole final with the explosion and the projection mapping is just really cool, really cool. Do you do fan mail? No, I don't have like a PO box or anything like that, but I just reply to people on Instagram. I need to go to SeaWorld. I need to go to SeaWorld. I not need to spend 2 hours in the park. That's cool. What's your thoughts of a dive coaster at SeaWorld? Yeah, a dive coaster would be pretty cool, actually. It would suit the park for sure. Definitely. That would be really cool. Trident never opens. Yeah, I have ridden it, believe it or not. Not many people probably been on it, but I have been on it. It is pretty cool. But yeah. Ryder's saying I prefer to sit the back of the Jester car because I don't like the tight turns on the Wild Mouse. Fair enough. Hey, Family Odyssey, thank you. Happy New Year to you guys as well. And also to you too. Wishing you the best also for 2026. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thanks for jumping on. Hey, Matt. Sad to see Michael Bennett leave Movieboard and Spy Chase. Was there on his last day. We didn't get to see him do his last shows on that days that rain was so bad. They cancelled both shows. I was a bit surprised that they only brought him back for like 1 or 2 months, whatever it was. I don't understand. I mean, maybe he just had other things going on and he's like, nah, I'll just do this. I mean, there was so much hype around bringing him back, and like he is the legend. because he was the original guy from the Police Academy show that warmed up the audience and did all those things, and the best. And I sat there, watched him, and I was like, man, this guy. You can't, like, you can train other people, but it's got to be in you. You've got to be that person that can get away with that kind of stuff, cheeky. I have seen the other person doing it, and well, don't get me wrong, I think he does a great job. Well, I've only seen one other. I think I'm not sure how many people are trained up to do that, but it's just not the same. And you know what I mean. It's just not the same. And it's just, I think it's a bit of a disappointment. There's all this hype. We brought him back, yeah, and then they take him away. And it's like, well, okay. Anyway, I don't know the reasons behind it, but yeah, I was disappointed with the fact that he's yeah, he doesn't do it anymore. He's finished up with him. Crazy. So anyway, it is what it is. How did I get my hands on one of the old claw fence posts? Where are we? Yeah, right there. Number one, I didn't ask for it. I don't ask for anything. When I did I was invited by Dreamworld before the King Claw opened. I was invited to do a video with the project manager. His name's Shane as well. So you would have seen that video, a bit of the backstory behind the King Claw, the theming and the storyline and that kind of thing. So I have known. Look, obviously, I'm probably one of the very first people that ever start doing these kind of videos. So promoting the parks for free through the channel, and always in a positive sense. So my channel, there's always positivity on here. As you guys know, I don't promote stuff that's needs painting, chipped, or breaking down. Like what? Why? That's not. Even Disney has stuff like that. It's all about positivity. So I've known these people for a long time, many years. I worked with a lot of them, actually, especially the management at Dreamworld. They all used to be at Movie World when I was there years and years ago, and I was in management too, so I know them quite well. Worked closely with them all. But they reached out to me, invited me in to do this, so I said absolutely. I'd love to interview them and go through the King Claw and all that, make a video. And it was the end of that. As I was leaving, basically, he said, before you go, I've got, we've got something for you from Dreamworld. And I said, oh, what's that? And then he handed me a bag, and inside the bag was that claw. And I'm like, whoa, what? I said, what's this for? Like, like that. And he said, no, we've got a few. He goes, there's still, obviously there's one in the King Claw area, as like it's washed up. I think there's one in Jane's, and no doubt there'll be one or two in the offices, in the back of house areas. But I do know they gave away not just one to me. I think, I don't know how many, maybe two other people, maybe three other people might have got one. I really don't know. But again, no one who got one, including myself, asked for one. We don't. It's just, it was given as a gesture of appreciation for the 8 years or 9 years or longer of positive content, always promoting the parks in good light, and it was a thank you from them for that, and that was just, it blew me away. I was like, never ever thought there would be any chance of being. I didn't cross my mind to get anything. So, there you go. So yeah, I just think if that's, yeah, I just don't like to ask for anything. So so that's the story behind that. Sorry, I just had an error message come up. Anyway, let me know if there's any change to the stream. Okay, I've had an error message come up. if everything's normal, then maybe just give a thumbs up, emoji or something like that, because there's this big error message just come up on my screen about servers and URLs and things. So I just want to make sure that there's no change to the stream there at all. Cool. Everything looks good. Okay, cool. Let's see. Okay. You guys are what? Thivenard nerds, and I love it. I'm not sure what Thivenard is. Maybe you mean theme park. Maybe theme park nerds. I look, enthusiasts. I'm an enthusiast, and I'm passionate about theme parks. There's a lot more people that are a bit more into all the detail, like the specifications of everything, and all that sort of stuff. I mean, I know a little bit about that stuff. I used to work in the industry, so familiar with rides and things. But yeah. Oh, sorry. I see you've corrected your theme park. I was trying to make out the words. But yeah, Stormfan 27. Yeah, thanks for jumping on, and yeah, I hope you're enjoying. The stream, but and the content. Thank you. What's your thoughts of a dive coaster at SeaWorld? Yeah, I definitely think that would be a great fit for SeaWorld. Still hard to believe Adam the Woo is gone. He's really, the godfather of park vlogging. I was been a subscriber of Adam the Woo since he was living in his van. Actually, he just started living in his van, just doing abandoned locations. That's when I first started watching him. That would have been probably his first year. That many years I've been watching that guy, and I've even I've communicated with him in the past. He's commented back in the past. I nearly caught up with him when I was in the US back in 2015. Like I just missed him by a day or something, where I was and he wasn't. But anyway, like it's the saddest thing. It just came out, I think today, that it was a heart issue that he probably didn't know he had. So natural causes, very sad. Too young, like just crazy. I still can't even believe it, because obviously there's still videos that we can go back and watch, and it's like he's not gone, right? So yeah, it's real sad. Like I go back and watch his videos, so I'm sure everyone else is doing that too. Ryder likes the Spy Chase stunt show. Yeah, I think it's good too, mate. I think definitely it's cool. Lucas will say hi if I ever see you at a park. Yeah, definitely. Little Duck Tater, yep. Definitely come up to say hi if you see me, for sure. Yeah, that is a good stunt show. I got to tell you, it is a good stunt show. Zoe, hello. Thanks for saying hi. Family Odyssey 22. I was listening to your Wizard of Oz podcast again. Have signage been placed in front of the WB for the casual visitor, or no? Placed in front of the WB. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Have signage been placed in front of Warner Brothers for the casual visitor? I'm not sure exactly what you're specifically. Do you mean when you walk into the park, does it give you a sign on where to go to get there? If that's what you're asking, no, that's still the same, unfortunately. Yeah, not much has changed there. So yeah, no. So happy it's quieting down now for the theme parks. Some customers waited for the Scooby-Doo. 2 hours. Yeah. 2 hours is a long time to wait in the holidays. Absolutely, Zoe. It's that's a long time to wait for a ride. Yeah, I don't think I'd wait. I've waited 2 hours. I waited longer than that for rides in the past. But yeah, I'd rather go do something else than come back later when it's a little bit quieter. Were you inspired by Adam the Woo's channel? Yeah, look, I was, but not just him. Probably more so. Oh, no, yeah, he would have been probably one of the main ones. Random Land, Justin Scard. I was following them all at the same time. And then he started doing more theme park stuff originally as well. But yeah, both of those were definitely people that sort of made me think, yes, I think I want to do that. And after having worked at the theme parks, when I left the theme parks here, I didn't literally step foot into any park for about 6 months, because when you work there, well, it depends on when you work there and I guess what department you work in and what have you. When I was there, um, the culture was the main reason why I left. Wasn't good. It actually wasn't good, and like a bullying mentality and that kind of thing, which is a real sad shame, actually. I'm thought I don't want to. This is ruining my experience of theme parks. So I thought, nah, it's not fun anymore. It's actually not fun anymore to work there. It is a job like anything. You obviously need to produce, try your best, and do your best job you can possibly do. And you know, sometimes you just like, I don't need it. So after 6 months, I sort of started coming back to just the odd event and things, and then I was thinking of starting something. My daughter actually wanted to start a channel when she's younger, but obviously kids, they'll start something and then they'll just not give it up after a bit. Uh, so I sort of started just casually sort of doing a couple of things, and then I'm like, hang on a minute, I got a lot of knowledge here for theme parks. So I started just doing sort of anything really, like car shows and things, which I still do occasionally. But yeah, so I just thought, no, I'll do this, and then I just started doing it a while, and then after I what, excuse me, I was kind of just posting here and there, um, and then I thought, no, I might do this seriously now, and then I committed to a video every week, and I don't think I've ever not done one, apart from when I couldn't do one for a short time. But oh, I've just seen another super chat come up. Apologies, I've missed this one. I'm just scrolling back and forth, so I'm scared I'm missing stuff. So Senatorium 25, thank you very much for the super chat. That's really appreciated. Appreciate you being on the chat here as well on the live stream. So thank you for that. I hope you're doing well. And yeah, I very much appreciate the support. Again, really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the generosity as well. Okay, I'm just finding my spot where I was. Okay. Yep. Has DC Rivals and Steel Taipan back with one train now? I haven't been to the parks for just I was at Dreamworld like 2 weeks ago, and I'd already filmed that motor coaster video because I knew I'd be in New Zealand for family reasons. So I wasn't doing content over there; it's just family reasons. So I had to pre-do that one. So yeah, it's been a couple of weeks since I've been to the theme parks here. So I would assume that from now, yes, they would usually all be back to one train. I would imagine. Okay. Okay. Family Odyssey. We usually come up to Queensland at the end of January, start of February. Less busy. Just wondering if you know what's another good time during the year to come up. Probably any time in the first, like even through winter, like June, July holidays, they're not as busy. The weather's usually pretty good. Like it's usually fine weather, no rain through winter. Like low 20s, got cold mornings or cool nights, but the day's normally sort of quite warm. And the only thing is, I guess, like when school holidays are on, like if it's school holidays specifically, most things will be open unless there's a major thing down, like Superman had a broken part to get from overseas, all that kind of stuff. when that was down. But generally, everything should be open in the holidays. Outside of the holidays is when they'll put rides down on maintenance, particularly the first half of the year. I just suggest before you go, always check that ride maintenance schedule for the parks. So Village Roadshow, it's on their app for each individual park, and Dreamworld, you just got to search Dreamworld ride maintenance, and it comes up on like a website, and it'll be on there. Just so in case you go, right, I'm definitely gonna be set to ride Jungle Rush, but then Jungle Rush might be down for 2 weeks, so that you're here, you want to go, well, that's the one thing I want to do, so I got to look at when I'm going to come to the park. So when I travel to the US, I mean, US is a bit different. They tend to not have things down too often. They pretty much they sort of roll through their maintenance or rotate ongoing. I don't know, but most things are always open. Not always. Sometimes there's refurbishments going on. But I always still check there as well, just so you know, it's no disappointment when you get there, just so you know what to expect before you get there. But yeah, those holidays, June, July is pretty good. September is when it starts to get really busy. September, October are busy holidays, like really quite busy, but not quite as busy as December, January, of course. Yeah, February is quiet, you're right, but that's when rides start going down, usually when they start going down. I love Spy Chase, love the police officer. Yeah, we're just saying hopefully the new one, because the original one has left. Well, I think he was only on a short-term contract. But yeah, that makes it fun. It definitely makes it fun. Okay. Ryder saying he thinks it was on a 2-month contract. Yeah, that kind of says that makes sense. Yeah. Hey Jason, thanks for jumping on. Appreciate it. Aston says, I think everyone. I think everyone, Movie World staff, and the Joker know I'm the kid who goes to the park every week, but I don't really do it anymore due to schoolwork. Okay. Oh well, you just have to look forward to the next lot of holidays. Tim and I went to Dreamworld to ride motor coasters for the last time today. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens next. We'll have to watch this space. What have we got here? Matt. Okay. Matt's having a conversation with a couple of other people. That's fine. Sometimes I'm trying to make out your questions, but then I realize it's an answer to someone else's question in there, which is cool. It's all good. Holishane, former New Zealand watcher. Yeah, now in Darwin. Glad you made it over. That's awesome. I'm glad you left the door to New Zealand unlocked, because I just went over last week for family reasons. So yeah, thanks for that. But yeah, I hope it's. I bet it's nice and hot up in Darwin. Geez, like humid. Hope you're coping with that well. All right. Loving the beard. The beard. The beard. Like this. Have you time to do anything in Planet Coaster 2 yet? Probably a question to someone else. I don't do Planet Coaster, so that's all cool. How much life do I think DC Arrivals has left in it? Years and years. If anything, they could do a little bit more, maybe theming around because there's a lot of what I call 2D theming. It's just like plain theming. They need to do some more. I don't know. They could improve it a little bit, I reckon. Maybe do what Dreamworld did with Taipan, and like put like a tunnel through there, and make it a little bit different. But no, it's I mean, I've ridden some pretty big coasters like Velocicoaster, for example, at Islands of Adventure in Florida. Crazy, insane coaster. And to be honest, DC Rivals Hypercoasters pretty much, I wouldn't say on par, but it's at that level of coaster. And then Stardust Races at Epic Universe that I rode last year. I mean, to me, I hopped off that and went, "Wow, that is the best roller coaster I've ever ridden in the world." That was insane. That was just my favorite. It is my favorite. Better than both of those, I think. Obviously, Falcon's Flights just opened in Six Flags Qiddiya over in the Middle East. There's a giga coaster, world's tallest, fastest, longest coaster. I mean, I don't think I'd ever get over there. I just don't think that's ever going to be on the agenda. But I know people that are already planning to go there, and obviously more coaster enthusiast type of people already planning to go there. Plus, obviously, all the US people go there and stuff like that because, a lot of them that's what they do full time, I guess. But yeah, I think Rivals will be around for many years. Any upcoming ride closures for the theme parks? Yeah, there is. I just haven't got it open at the moment, but just jump onto the apps, and again for Dreamworld, just jump onto their website. You'll just go Dreamworld Ride Maintenance, and it'll bring it up, and you can check it out. There is some coming up. This is the time of year. I knew of Adam the Woo through Justin Scard. I'm a follower of Justin Scard and have been sending him my thoughts and prayers. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, no, they're awesome guys, those guys. Actually, when I went over there in LA in it must have been 2017, and Justin was having a meetup in Santa Ana. So I was staying in Hollywood at the time, and on this particular day, I think it was a Saturday or a Sunday. No, it was a Saturday. So anyway, planned to go for the meetup. Part of going to the meetup, you got one of his collectible pin, that you pin on to yourself. It was a collectible one they only got for that particular meetup. So anyway, really excited. We were going from Hollywood to Anaheim to accommodation in the morning, and then the meetup was in the afternoon at Santa Ana, which is not far from Anaheim. So that morning, woke up to extreme heat, fires everywhere. They closed down one of the main highways. I'm not sure if it was the 405 or one of the main ones that you had to head out. So we got delayed, and our transport said they couldn't take us for until the afternoon. I'm like, you're kidding? And they're like, we can't get through the highway. It's blocked because there's fires on the sides of the freeway. So I missed going to meet him, but literally by a few hours, whatever. Anyway, I sent just a message saying, hey, hope it went well because I came from Australia and I'm here on holiday, but I specifically planned to come in and have a meetup. But anyway, maybe another time, And anyway, his friend Tyler, I'm not sure if he still does, but he was doing a lot of Justin's admin, as in he'd respond to a lot of social media stuff. And he reached out to me and said, "Oh, hey, are you going to be at Disneyland, or in the next couple day or two?" And I happened to be there going the next day. I said, "The next day I'm going to be there." He goes, "I'll send you a message." So anyway, I didn't really think too much of it, but we were there, and then he messaged me and said, "Hey, are you at Disneyland? This is the next day." I'm like, "Yes, I'm here." He's like, "Where are you? I'll meet up with you." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." So I was in Adventureland. So Tyler, he came up. He was there with his girlfriend. No Justin, but Tyler came up and he said, "Look, Justin's seen your message. He can't make it today. He's elsewhere, but he wanted to give you the pin that you would have got if you had gone there." So I was like, "Wow!" So I haven't got it with me right here. It's in a box, but so I got the collectible pin, Random Land. That was really cool and really nice. I didn't have to do that, and I didn't ask for anything. I was just saying, "Hey, I hope it went well. It's a shame I missed it. Maybe next time," kind of thing. So, geez, like they're nice people, and yeah, again, we're following particularly him and Adam for years, and then obviously the German in Venice. Is he on here? Is he on here? Because he sometimes he pops onto my live stream, even though it's very very late over there. No, I don't think he's on there tonight, but he obviously started a lot later than those guys. German in Venice. So yeah, I caught up with him last year. Oh no, what 2024? I keep saying last year because it's recently was last year, but now it's the year before last. So yeah, we caught up. Again, I love his content, love everything he does, and yeah, we just clicked with like for like sort of way we do things, and obviously interests and things like that, and yeah, similar ages, a little bit older than me, but pretty much yeah, we just got on, bang, hung out for the day, got on, and we still communicate today. Like he sends me voice messages every time, like quite often, and it's cool to just keep in touch. And yeah, next time I go over, we'll be probably hanging out for a day, and I don't know, a couple of times we'll probably do some stuff. So yeah, that's really cool. And again, they don't have to be like that either, but I guess if you just click with someone and get on, even if you're from other parts of the world, it's pretty cool. But yeah, those guys definitely yeah, pioneers, I guess. And yeah, that's really cool. And just a sad thing about Adam, but we'll just keep watching his videos because all the monetization will go to his estate still, which obviously his family will get. All right. Hey, John. Yeah, I was in New Zealand. It was just for family reasons. It wasn't a holiday or anything. But back now. Thanks, Matt. Thanks for jumping on. All good. I know I started this a little bit later tonight, guys. I'm just busy day at work. Got home late, and I had to eat dinner. So, so all good, all good. I appreciate you all. So still got a decent amount of people on here. Like, thank you all so much for still being on here. Hey, that's I appreciate it. We're just going through your comments and stuff, but I didn't go to Rainbow's End. I have been there and done videos on that in the past. No, this wasn't a theme park visit. It was just a family family reasons why we had to head off over there. Aston almost 18K. I haven't checked for a while, but cool. Isn't that amazing? Like, to be honest, like I was wrapped when I first got my first 10 people, and then 100 people. 1,000 was like blew my mind. 1,000 people want to watch my channel. Wow. And now it's nearly 18,000. Again, I'm limited to what content I can push out because of my time. I work full time. I'm not a full time YouTuber. I don't go to the parks multiple times a week to produce more content. If I did, I theoretically could even be up as high as, I don't know, 40, 50,000 potentially, which would be amazing. But obviously, I just don't have the capacity to do that. This is my hobby and my enjoyment. It's my I just love doing. Well, I love visiting theme parks, but I love producing, content that you guys get some value out of. So find out what things are like to visit, that kind of thing. So, yeah. So I'm pretty happy with the way the channel has certainly grown over the years. I'd love it to be more, obviously, because more would help me do more. And obviously, and the funny thing is though, I know pretty much, obviously, most. What have I got on here? 38 people at the moment on here, and thank you all for being on here. But it's funny, out of, let's just say, one of the videos gets, I don't know, 50,000 views, right? 50,000 views. You think, well, hang on, there's 50,000 people have watched that video or more. So I've got a few that got over 100,000. well, why aren't they subscribing? And I get it because you can't subscribe to everything because no one does. I don't. you know, I get that too. But you think, well, it's crazy. But initially, the stats are changing though, because initially it was about I think it was 85. Yeah, 85%. Yeah, only 15% of the people that watched the video were subscribing. So 85% didn't. Now it's changed a lot. So it's only about 70% now. So it's gone up, which is great. So 30% of the people watching the videos usually, on average, I think, subscribe. So, the thing is, it's free to subscribe. There's no charges involved at all for anyone to subscribe. It does help the channel out a lot. So, it's just funny that you get so many views that you don't get the subscribers. But it's not just me. It's everyone has that same issue. Even the people that have, like I was talking to someone else I know that does YouTube, and they're on like 400,000. But same thing. Not everyone subscribes. So it's crazy. So no matter what the capacity is, it's always going to happen. So yeah, share the channel, share the channel. It will help me out a lot. So just more subscribers definitely helps the channel grow, and it helps me able to push more stuff out, because it'll give me, obviously, we get paid on YouTube ads. That's the only source of income other than buy me a coffees and super chats. So like that all helps do other things. I'm not talking about overseas trips necessarily. I'm just talking about just doing other things. Like, we buy annual passes for the theme parks once a year. You can go as many times as you want. You get a lot of content out of those parks, right? But everything else you do, it's got to come out of your pocket or out of the Jaggs Journeys fund, essentially. But again, it's not a lot of money, so it doesn't. You're still limited to what you can do and how far you can go. And a lot of overseas videos don't get the views. It's really weird, because I guess YouTube really only pushes the content out locally, because that's where we're based. People overseas find your content when they search things. Oh yeah, I like that. I might subscribe. That's it. So that's why, Aussie, and a lot of Aussies, if you're not planning to go to USA or wherever, anywhere else overseas, you're probably not going to watch those videos, because you're not planning on going there. You only want to know about where you're going to go locally. You're probably going to go to the Gold Coast, check out the parks here. So, I could put, I went to Epic Universe, and one of my videos is only got about like 1,000 views. It's the biggest, newest theme park in the world. Well, it was until Qiddiya in Middle East. But it's the newest Universal theme park, and it is epic. It's incredible. It's amazing. Featured the whole park, all the lands and everything. But it only pushes it out to Aussies. So really, is the interest here for overseas content's not huge at all. And it's the same with a lot of other channels, because I have a look, and I support all the other content creators here in Australia. I try and watch as many as not that I have a lot of time. I do try to watch a lot and support everyone else as well. And the thing is, I noticed their overseas content too just gets lower videos, lower views. It's what it is, but it's a shame. It's a shame. So I'm not really that focused on trying to get overseas to as many countries as possible, because it's really the payoff isn't at all. Well, there's no payoff really, to be honest. Not very little payoff. However, obviously, as a family, we like to go on holidays occasionally, and we generally like to go overseas when we do. So save the money. We'll go on another holiday. If I manage to see things that I think are of interest for the channel, we'll chuck it on. We'll make a video. So yeah. Anyway, let's carry on. So, yeah, no, I didn't go to Rainbows Inn. It wasn't. Yeah, it was just for family reasons. Not a enjoyable, as in wasn't for fun. Hey Dane, thanks for jumping on. Motor coaster retheme or completely new ride? So yeah, we were discussing it a little bit earlier, and I guess the consensus, most people want a new ride. I want a new ride there too, of course. purely just from conversation and wording and emails. New chapter. The ride's getting a new chapter for the ride. Indicates potentially a retheme, or some kind of change to that ride. Would have to involve new trains. Would have to involve complete retheme. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's hopefully it's a new ride. Obviously, we all want a new ride. So let's just cross our fingers and toes, and let's just hope for the best. That's all we can do. So as soon as we hear more, we'll definitely say more. As you know, we'll see some announcement at some point and time. You'll probably see it before me, Dane, because I'm on the road every day. I'm not on social media during the day. You didn't have the beard and moustache last time I saw you. To be honest, I've had this goatee. It's lighter than normal, but it's just aging. I've had this for years. I'm talking literally probably 30 years. So I did have this, but sometimes I shave it, like I always keep it trimmed. So sometimes it maybe look like I don't have it. Anyway, there you go. For longer I leave it, the grayer it gets. So there you go. I've lost my place. I'm sorry. I've completely lost my place. Anyway. Oh, they need to do something about Batman Legacy entrance. I think that's where I was at. Yeah, look, it's weird that signage is all still there and there's nothing in that building. That's the one thing I just kind of annoys me a little bit about Movie World. They just leave things like that. Like, why? Like, put a generic, mural there or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know. It's like Doomsday. They just pull a ride out and just still have it all open. Like it's a little frustrating. It's just, I've said it before. Put a sign up, say, hey, this is what's happening here. Future development. Pardon our mess, or whatever. Like Disney do. Pardon our Stardust or whatever they do. But anyway, yeah, I've noticed that the other day the other week when I was there too. I was like, they still got that Batman Legacy. That closed down like maybe 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half ago, a while ago. Anyway, crazy. Geez, sorry, I think I've lost my place. Apologies if I miss anything. Dreamworld needs an app like Village Roadshow. I agree, they do need an app. I'm surprised that they haven't got an app. Yeah, I'm very surprised. Very surprised. This is Maggie. Oh, Magpie Gully is a planned long-term future. If you're interested, look, once anything that's open and it's an attraction, obviously that's what I do. I go and tour through attractions or theme parks and show people what it's like to visit. That's what I do for my content. So yeah, look, once it's open and operating, yeah, that's definitely I'll definitely pay to visit. Absolutely. They really need to do something about the. Oh, okay, yep. I'm back on track. Drafting the. Oh. Okay, cool. Doing work on that. That's cool. Whitewater World. It's better than Wet and Wild, in my opinion. Whitewater World's a good park. Obviously, I like that park too. It's easier to get around. Wet and Wild was obviously bigger. And does get a lot busier, I guess. And for that means you're standing in queues in the sun, burning feet. Yeah. but they're both great parks. Definitely, they're cool water parks. Definitely cool water parks. Any idea on what Dreamworld's replacing Motor Coaster with? No, we're not even sure it's getting replaced. It could even be getting rethemed, but everyone's hoping for a water ride, right? Some kind of like a log ride, or I don't know, maybe some kind of a adventure family ride with a drop at the end or something. I think that's what people want to see in that area. It would have to tie into Rivertown. Rivertown. So whatever it is, it's Rivertown. It's going to be Rivertown based for sure. When we know more, we will post, as everyone else will too. Yellow Submarine says, I've watched Adam since 2014. His death was so shocking. Yeah, it was so shocking, mate. I'm still can't even believe it. I still cannot even believe it still to this day. I don't know about Adam the Woo. I saw his videos went popping up on my feed, but I thought it was just YouTube not showing. Yeah, it is sad. Yeah, it's just, it's devastating. So just devastating. So devastating. Yep, Dreamworld, everyone's in agreement. Dreamworld needs an app. People complain because it says the rides are open, but they are closed. Like, update it. Yeah, they got it. Yeah, it's important to keep those things updated, isn't it? Essence says I got 4 million views. Yeah, over time I probably have. Yeah. I love that state of movie. The state of movie world now. I hope they start doing something new for Metropolis Doomsday area soon. Yeah, they need to certainly. They have to certainly fix that. 100%, they need to fix that. Definitely need to fix that. I notice I have a number 2 with a crown next to my username. What's that all about? I think it'll be like a regular contributor. I think I just noticed that myself. It's automatic. It's automatic. So something that YouTube does. Hey, Squishy's Family Fun. How you doing? Thanks for jumping on. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, you're right, John. Movie World has got to fix that Doomsday and the Batman display area. That might be part of. You think about it. It's right next to Doomsday. They could, if they take that area as well. That's a massive area. They could do something magnificent in there. If they could just get the funding, they'd need probably like $100 million. That's the money they would probably need to put in something like a Transformers ride in there, like that type of level of ride, I should say. But will they get $100 million? I don't think so. You never know. I mean, they could, because they're saying that's what they spent on the whole Wizard of Oz precinct, which is probably right, because there's 2 roller coasters in there. That would probably be half the money, and then the other half on the theming or something, I'd imagine, or maybe more than half the money. Do you get copyrighted with the music you use in your videos? No, I don't. And the reason why, because I use Epidemic Sound. So I pay a user licensing fee for that annually, so that, well, actually I pay it monthly, so that, yeah. And the funny thing is, like, there's been some artists on there that have since gone on and become mainstream artists, like I've heard on the radio after a couple of years. So that's kind of like a starting point for a lot of people. It has a wide variety of genre of music, royalty free. I mean, you pay for the license, but yeah, all that music I use is royalty free. A couple of times I will put something in that's not, and all that means is like I deselect monetization. So I say this video is not to be monetized. So they copyright it, which is fine because it doesn't matter from that respect. It just means that they go, oh, the owner will get the owner of the song will get the money, but if it's not being monetized, they get zero anyway. So, yeah, so like only a couple of times I've done that, but generally I always use either that or Artlist is another good one I use as well. Um, just to find the right track for the right. I mean, a lot of people don't even use music; they just film and just talk, show, no music, whatever. I've always done my videos with music, and a lot of people try to replicate me over the years and stuff. I always say, have your own style, do your own thing, do your own style. That's what makes people watch different creators when you have your own style. Have your own style, do your own thing, and people will watch that channel, and then they'll watch that one for something different, and then watch that one for something else that's different as well. So yeah, so I've always done that with my videos. It's just, yeah, it's, you know what? I made it hard for myself because it takes a lot to put all that together. I know you just watch a 20-minute video and go, oh, that was cool, whatever. That 20-minute video can take sometimes, most of the time, 6 hours, sometimes 7, to put it into a video, to make a video from start to finish with edited video overlay, voice overlays, maybe text in there or what have you. The thumbnail can take a while to do. There's a bit of science behind thumbnails, and I'm certainly not the expert at thumbnails, but I do research a bit about it, and they're not. I struggle sometimes with the thumbnails. Like that can take an hour. It's just you got to get the right thing on there, and it has to be colorful, has to be eye-catching, grab your attention. Sometimes it's just hard. But anyway, we do our best. Share Jaggs' content on social with friends and family. Yeah, if you could, please, that'd be great. Yeah. Again, it's free. It's free to subscribe. Free to subscribe. That's weird. I can hear someone knocking at my front door. I'm gonna have to just check. You talk amongst yourselves. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I just need to check my front door because someone's knocking at my front door, and there shouldn't be anyone knocking at my front door. Give me 1 second. I will be back in a minute. I'll be a sec. It was a cat banging on the window. So anyway, sorry guys. Live streams. I thought there's someone knocking at my door. It's a cat. Anyway, let's keep moving on. Sorry about that. All right. I really wanted to get inside too. We go back to the air show, August. Yep. I thoroughly enjoyed that. It was so damn hot. It was no shade. Oh, like it was tough. It was tough to do that event, but yes, yes, it was. I love aircraft. I love planes, so it's one of my favorite events from the GC. I want the riverboat to come back to Dreamworld. You know what? A lot of people do. I don't think the riverboat. I mean, it would look cool, right? This big riverboat coming down. I think yes, it would be impressive. The track's still there; it could still do it and all that. What I think, personally, is the they might have a series like the Jungle Cruise at Disneyland, where they have maybe 4 or 5 or 6 of those longer boats with the red and white striped sort of roof, kind of like how the bar in Jane's looks, and have a little tours that go around. I mean, I think that's what they need. Get more people on. It's I don't know. That's what I think. But yeah, I mean, they need something on there. It's what do you call that? Kinetic energy. Shane, sometimes I go to Dream World, swear I see sometimes, but have to remind myself you're only there on Saturdays. Oh, you see me sometimes. Look, I sell a lot of merch, so you probably see people wearing the hat and the shirts. Yeah. By the way, if you haven't already seen my merch, check it out on my website. If you go to Instagram and then you go to Linktree on the profile, it brings up all my social media, including the website that sells all the merch. And it is made to order, so through another company. So you select the design, you select the shirt you want. It is a 7-day, a business day production time, because they get their shirts, then they get the design, they make it, and then they send it out to you. And I only get a very small percentage of them. It's as their, that's like how it kind of works. But yeah, we had a pretty good year last year with merch and through Christmas too. So yeah, we really appreciate people supporting through the merch. So you probably see people walking around in the merch. That's probably what you see. I wonder what will go in where Motor Coaster Ride was. Yeah, we're all wondering. Hopefully something really cool. Hopefully something really awesome. We can't wait to see what goes in there. Hey, my racing season starts this weekend. First round of Archers Street Series out at Willowbank. Oh, they have at Willowbank Racing. Well, good luck. I hope you do get a win, mate. I hope you get a good win. Definitely, I'll be crossing my fingers for you. Definitely good luck with that. That is awesome. Hey, Jaggs. I know you can't reveal any secrets about future plans for Movie World and Dream World, but can you tell us if you are excited and confident in their vision? Dream World, definitely. I mean, they're just going from strength to strength. I think Movie World, yes, they are on the right track finally now. With the stunt show, that's back on track. Definitely. I think you'll start, like, I noticed they're starting to bring all the cars back into the park every day, like permanently, as they should be. And yeah, it's just like, hopefully that's where it's sort of hopefully that's where it stays. Like, hopefully that's the vision now, because for a while there, Movie World became DC land. Really, it didn't really reflect like a movie park like it did originally, and it has to come back to that, because that's exciting. That's what people want to go back. They want to see behind the scenes stuff and all that kind of gear. So let's I'm excited that hopefully things will change. One thing I do really feel, obviously, that we've spoken about the Doomsday area. They need to fix that up. Batman Legacy tied in behind there. They need to sort that out. But what I would like to see is an overhaul of their parade. It's very, if you look back on old video and things from years ago, the parade every day was the highlight of the day. It was amazing. It had a cast of thousands. It was a lot more people in the parade. It was dances. There was stuff going on. A parade, like you expect. One of the last ones I watched outside of an event, it was hardly anything in it. And I'm a big fan of Movie World. I was kind of like disappointed for people that have come to Movie World maybe for the first time, and I think that day I don't know. There was Batman was just walking. The Scooby Gang were walking. There was no vehicles. There was hardly any people, like staff. The couple of floats. I just felt, like, I just felt. Obviously, it was a quieter time of year. Like, I understand. I used to work for the theme parks. Cost of running the parks high. Wages are really high. If you haven't got the park attendance, you got to adjust accordingly. That's what you have to do in all areas of the park. Otherwise, you'll just run it into the ground. So I get it. But from a guest perspective, it can be challenging for them to go, what? I've come to Movie World, paid $100 to get in or more. And why is there only a few things in the parade? Where's the parade? Um, and I think sometimes they're better off maybe not having a parade, but just doing something a bit different in the off-peak seasons that sort of doesn't reflect, like, you know what I mean? Like, but have the parades in the busy times. You got the crowds and you got the budget. Their events that they do, which I love, always love their events. But they're sort of now, I guess, for anyone like us who's an annual pass holder, they're now just getting blueprinted every year. It's like literally a lot of the time there's no change to those events, like sort of at all, or maybe some subtle changes. But and sometimes I think surely they could just add something else in, change something up a bit just to make it a little bit different. But anyway, I guess I mean I get it. Again, it's a lot of costs involved there. But anyway, we'll have to wait and see what happens. What happens with the parks? But yes, I am excited. Hopefully, they're all on the right, track to see what's happening. Turning the parks around again, back to how they used to be. That's what I want to see. Hey Shane, where are you going this weekend? We are visiting in a few weeks, but Source Sky Voyager will be down. Yeah, I did see that will be down. I think it's going down for a little while too. I have to check that because I think it might be a couple of months. Might be a major overhaul. This weekend, to be honest, I actually haven't got that far yet because I've just come back from overseas, and again, it wasn't a holiday; it was a family situation. They had to attend, and then straight back into work. And I really haven't had. I almost didn't do this one tonight because I got home late. That's why I pushed the time back a bit. Apologies for the people in probably like yourself who's in another state and it's already an hour later again. Apologies for that, but thank you for jumping on. So to be honest, I haven't even thought about that yet. I still have a lot of content that I need to release from Singapore, and I need to spend time and edit that stuff. I've got a lot of stuff I still have to release, so it may be again if there's nothing specific that I've kind of already so I've done the motor coaster. I've had my final ride on motor coaster. So I've done Dream World, did the video there. There's really I was at SeaWorld the week before that. Did a full update for SeaWorld. Just recently it was at Movie World with what did I do there? I did a video there just recently anyway, an update. So yeah, look, again, what my channel is all about, like, what value can I give you guys? Yeah, there's got to be a reason. Like, I always go out with a reason, like a schedule to film. Like, I go out, okay, this is what I'm doing for the day. This is what my video is going to be about today. I don't just go there and just wander around for no reason, just video a few things. Like, I know a lot of people do that, and they just take photos and stuff and just go around the parks and stuff. But I go with a specific reason, specific agenda. I got timings. Sometimes I can only be there for 3 hours or something like that. So, because I want to give you guys a reason to watch the video, not just like, oh, here's the movie board again because I'm visiting again, just because I can. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't there's no, I don't know. I just think that's a pointless video. Personally, that's just what I think for me to put out. So, I got to think of it. I got to make sure there's got to be a reason to go for something specific. And sometimes I get to the end of my week, I sit down on a Friday night and I go through everything and I go, what's topical at the moment? What's, happening out there? What's the reasons? And if not, then, there might be something different on the channel. There might be a Singapore video, a travel video, something different. So again, I actually haven't got that far yet. So what's today? Wednesday. So yeah, Wednesday. That's crooked. Wednesday at the moment. So probably by Friday, I'll have more of an idea. Saturday morning, I'll know more for sure. So yeah, sometimes that's just how I work. Unless there's events and things already scheduled to do, then that's when I'll be heading off to those things. Carnival is coming up, by the way, and it's a bit later this year. I think it was a little bit later last year too. February the 28th is the start of Carnival at SeaWorld. That will go for 5 Saturdays. The last one being the 28th of March. So Saturday nights. Look, usually I do head on to those on probably the first night or second or third night, whatever. But usually, excuse me, drinking sparkling water. So yeah, look, I haven't even confirmed that yet either, or even got my tickets. So sometimes I might leave it and then miss out on the tickets. It depends what night I can get. But yeah, just give you some background on how I choose where I'm going specifically. But yeah, if you're up here, when you're up here, just message me on the Friday night on Instagram, and I can let you know where I'm going to be on the Saturday. Have I driven on the Coomera connector? No, I haven't. It doesn't grow anywhere. I mean, so it's like it starts at what the like near the Starbucks, or no, near the Marine, Starbucks, the Marine sort of area, Coomera. Where does it go to? Is it because I have not driven on it, and every time I go down there for work, a couple of customers I visit, and I drive past the Coomera connector, and there's never a car on it. It looks like it's still closed. It's open, but there's no one goes on. It's dead. So, because I think it's only a short. It's because the whole thing's not finished yet. It just goes. I think does it just go to like somewhere around like Hope Island or somewhere? I think it doesn't even go right the way. I don't know. To me, to get off the M1 to go through the traffic to that part of Coomera, it's not close. It's not. You got to get off and sit in, especially if it's busy. You're going to be sitting in traffic, so it's pointless to me getting off the M1 and going onto the connector. By the time you get on the connector, you'd be at your destination. Do you know if you stay on the M1? I think it's going to be good for the people for Coomera that live in Coomera that want to get down the other end of the coast. That's what it's going to be good for, and I think that's probably why it's been built. Because if you look at it at the moment, when those people that live in that area have to go past that Westfield to try and get on the motorway down by Dreamworld, it is just insanely blocked. One of my subscribers was trying to get out of Dreamworld back into last year, and she said it took them over an hour. I think she said it was an hour and a half to get from the Dreamworld car park onto the motorway, and it's just there. That much congestion. The highway was stopped. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess. So that I think when it's ready, I think it'll be suitable for those people that live down the other end of Coomera to not go up there, to just get on there. But if they're heading north, they got to go through there still. It's only if they're going south. They need to build more lanes to cut through, an overpass to get on. And this is what I'm not going to go on too much about this, but they keep building more houses out there. There's still only one road. It's like, you know what I mean? Like people, you can't keep putting more houses and more houses and more houses and more houses and all these people coming into the area, and there's still one road. It's just crippling. It's literally crippling that area. Totally. It's the most frustrating thing getting in and out of Dreamworld most of the time. It's just, it's frustrating, and something they got to do something about it, because especially with all this development that Dreamworld's got plans to do in the future, number one has to be get the roads right first. Plan for that, set up overpasses, do all that, then build the stuff. Because I'm telling you now, I guarantee they won't do it, or the government, whoever's responsible for that. It's not Dreamworld, obviously, but Dreamworld need to be saying this is what you need to do for infrastructure for all of our plans that's going to bring people in here. What do I know? I just live in the Gold Coast, so I have to put up with the traffic. But Dreamworld, it's terrible. Dreamworld's traffic issues, it's the worst. It's so bad. It's so bad getting in and out of there. Anyway, so no, I haven't gone on the connector. Aston saying that his family went down there and they went on the connector and loved it. Yeah, probably because there was no other cars on there. It would have been great. We never see Dreamworld back to its. We will never see Dreamworld back to its former glory, but at least they're improving it now compared to what it was for 10 to 20 years. Oh yeah, definitely. Dreamworld is definitely in the right direction. Most definitely, 100%. Shelley, thank you. Appreciate your time. Thanks for jumping on. Have a deserved break this weekend. Probably won't be a break, because if I'm editing, I'll be stuck behind a screen doing 6 or 7 hours of editing. So yeah. But it's what I enjoy as well, so that's okay. Ryder, thanks for jumping on, my friend. We'll wrap it up soon-ish. I'll just get through the rest of the questions. Obviously, I am conscious of it being 10:30 in Victoria, New South Wales, and things like that. So thank you to those people that are still on here. I appreciate you all. I appreciate everyone anyway, but thank you all for that. The cat trying to get in just wanted your autograph. I think the cat just wanted food. Where am I? I lost my place again. Here we go. Nick Central and Terra is what ruined Dreamworld, in my opinion. The atmosphere. Yeah, they went off. They went off crazy there for a while, and but yeah, it's got to go back to the original. More of an atmosphere park fanatic like Disneyland. I'm even planning to have Magpie Gully be a storytelling park, which is why I'm writing a book about it. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, Disneyland has a great atmosphere, definitely. Thanks, Buzzy, jumping on again. Always, where are we? Okay, so many comments, which I appreciate. I'm just trying to catch up with them all. Yeah, Dreamworld will definitely do well with the space that they've got. Love your work. Thank you, Zibby. Is it Zilby? Sorry, hang on. Zibby1. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Wizard of Oz Precinct has been open for over a year now. Do you think Movie World are happy with the final product, or do you think they would go back and change things if they could? Look, I think hindsight's always a great thing, right? I think that was probably done like it is for a number of reasons. Using the existing building there, probably cost factor, then having to adjust it all to that. Look, I don't think there's anything wrong with the place. I just think the entrance still is in the wrong place, personally. There's still no signage when you get to the front of the park, or actually anywhere pointing to how to get there. If you didn't know where it was, it's kind of, it's, yeah, there could certainly be tweaks and maybe a few other things there, but end of the day, it is what it is. So, And I think once you're in there, it's fine. It's you feel it feels good. There's good rides. There's good. The characters are in there, which is great. So yeah, it's not too bad. Anything could be improved anyway. So um, I'd like the stunt show to redo that car jump they used to use for the first stunt show. Oh yeah, that was pretty cool, wasn't it? I think they might. You'll see that stunt show evolve a bit more in the next 3 to 6 months. So just watch the space. You'll see if you watch it now and then go back and say 3 to 6 months and watch it again, you'll see some changes, improvements. You'll definitely see that. The parade at Movie World's basic and sad. Yeah, just needs something else. I don't know what else, but something else. Um, Movie World hasn't been the same since I lost the studio tour. Absolutely, yeah, they lost the movie part of that park. I agree. Movie World should bring back the snoring cemetery. But it's still there actually, but it's rounded back by Wild West Falls. But I don't think it snores anymore. Potentially, that was pretty cool though, wasn't it? Yeah, Movie World. Yeah, needs to be the name needs to reflect the park needs to reflect the name. Absolutely. Um, absolutely. It has to be movie based. You're still not sponsored by Sparkling Water Shane. uh, like anything, sponsorship has a time frame. So, um, you never know. Anyone else that wants to sponsor Jaggs Journeys? If you want some product placement in your video? I'm not going to promote Coles water, Coles, but yeah, it's funny because I get I get probably 3 emails a day, 2 to 3 emails a day from different companies wanting to collaborate and product placement and that. The problem is when you look into them, they're scams. So they pretend to be companies. They pretend they want to collaborate and they want to pay you this money. Send us your bank account so we can pay you the money. There goes your money. So unfortunately, there's so many of those out there that you can't trust a single one of them. I had Red Bull reach out to me last week, but when you look at the email address and look at that, you think it doesn't look really legitimate. It just doesn't, and there's no way. I used to work for a company that was involved with Red Bull, and I can tell you now that Red Bull don't just go to a theme park creator. They go to they're very specific about who they align with, and it's all about extreme sports. So, you know, there's just so many out there. So yeah, I just delete them all essentially. Um, and they're all from overseas. There's not an Australian one there. So you know that's the thing. It's not legit. Um, but anyway, so if someone in Australia or a brand, I always wear Nike shoes. If Nike wants to come and collaborate, I'm happy to have a chat. Always happy to have a chat. Anyway, Ileana, thank you for jumping on. No problem. We started late, so that's all good. Hey, Shane, it was great to see you at Movie World at White Christmas. Just letting you know it was the big fella's birthday on Friday. Are you able to do a birthday shout out for him, please? Sure can do that. When was it? Last Friday? Hang on, let me just read that again. It was his birthday on Friday. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm filming a video this weekend, but or doing one that I have already filmed. But yeah, I'll I'll write it down. So, was it last Friday or this coming Friday? I think what you're saying is it might have been last Friday. Which would have been what, the 23rd? All good. I hope you had a great day. Mila and I will be there during Carnival. We'll be awesome to catch up with you, depending on which days you go to the theme parks. Yeah, just again send us a message, and we'll let you know. Brandon, do you think there is anything else I can do with the Dreamworld Tower to incorporate another thrill ride? I don't know if that's a possibility or not. I'm really not too sure. I would probably say probably not. Maybe what they could do with one of the sides of the tower is change the seating. I mean the ride vehicle seating in the ride vehicle. Maybe they could make it like there's, I can't remember the name of. There's a couple like this anyway in the US where just before it drops, it then goes out, so you're leaning forward and literally facing down, and then it drops. So that might be a new version that they might be able to do to maybe one side of that. So that might be something that they might be able to do. Don't know. That would be cool though. That would be pretty cool. In its current state, the Kuma connector is not very useful. Yeah, that's correct. With the future stages, it might provide some relief for the M1. Yeah, I think when it's all finished, it hopefully will. But again, I think it's going to be limited to the people that live in Coomera more so, because to get from the M1 to that isn't easy if you're heading south. That was me who stuck in the car park at Dreamworld. Yeah, that's right. It was too. That's right. Park right at the end of the car park to get out quicker. Yeah, I try and do the same when I go in there. I try and park right at the end. The problem is not just the car park; it's the roundabout and the road and the roundabout and the congestion that comes onto the motorway. That, depending on the time of the day, that's the one there. Never mind. Could be worse. There's worse things to complain about, right? In life, I think it is frustrating, but could be worse. Haven't been here for a while. Thanks, Luke. Thanks for jumping back in. Appreciate it. Love your work and passion. Thank you. Appreciate it. I will keep it up. Thank you, Luke Star. Buzzy's off. Good night. Thank you, Buzzy, for jumping on. I really appreciate you. Damien, I'm good now. Thank you for asking. Appreciate you. Don't understand why Dreamworld won't bring the big boat back on the river. Well, the one they had fell apart basically. So, sorry, I just got a message from one of my subscribers who's on here. So, John, thank you for sending this through. So, okay, yeah. So this is, I think this is, I believe. Okay, it says Coomera Pimpama Property Investment Proposed Tourist Park for Upper Coomera. A development application has been lodged for a tourist accommodation park in Upper Coomera across 2 lots totaling 8.6 hectares. So the proposal is for 57 1 and 2 bedroom holiday cabins. And if approved, they'll be prefabricated and delivered to the site. The existing home would be converted to a manager's residence, offices, and a cafe. Right. Interesting. More traffic issues. um. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, that's going to be great for people to have accommodation out that way. That's perfect. That's fantastic. There you go. So get on to the Kumara Pimpamar Property Investment site on, I think it's Instagram, I think, or Facebook. Check that out. Thanks for sending that through. Very interesting. So yeah, lots of stuff is already starting to happen in the background. Fantastic. That's so good. Um, Jason Hall, hey mate, have a great year. Looking forward to all your content. Thank you. You went on the King Claw today. Felt dizzy afterwards. Yes, absolutely. Ileana's went to Disney and Disney Sea in Tokyo. Wow, I wish I could go there. How cool is that? That's awesome. Hope you had a great time. Um, hopefully the government will fix the traffic at Dreamworld. Not sure yet of what's going on there. Hopefully. Hopefully. I mean, Dreamworld might bring back the boat on the river, or some kind of boats on the river. They will probably do something like that in the next maybe couple of years. So at least you don't sell yourself out for AG1 or Ridge or those other YouTuber ads. I'm not sure which ones they are, but yeah, look, there's so many out there. We had a book publish offer a service recently. Turned out to be a scam. Everything's a scam. They pick up on what you're putting out there, and unfortunately, unfortunately, there's just so many scammers out there. Hey Colleen, Happy New Year from Bella and I. We got stuck on Scooby. Oh wow. Oh, it was at the top of the elevator. Okay, sitting there before the backwards, the pitch black. Have you heard of this happening? Look, I used to work at the park, and that's it's happened plenty of times. It's not something that's new. The ride has got a lot more sensors now than it even had before. So if it detects anything that's not right, it's just going to stop the ride. That's just what it does. Usually it's an alignment thing or just a reset they got to do. Can be a bit scary, but trust me, they're all fully trained to deal with those situations. So hopefully you weren't up there too long, and hopefully just reset and you are able to continue. I noticed I've been on heaps of rides in America where they stop and they just sort of keep it going. Like the theming still goes. It doesn't just stop completely. I mean, the ride might stop, but the theming, the singing, everything still continues. And they incorporate like a message in there. Hey, we'll have you back on track in a minute. Sit tight, and then all of a sudden it continues again. Not often do they have to get off the rides. Occasionally they have to do that, but yeah, I like how they do it over there. How would I rate the new Spy Chase show? I rate it really highly, actually. If I was going to give it a rating out of 10, I'd probably give it a solid 8. And that's because I know that there's a bit more to come yet and be added into the show. And as they do more and more shows, it becomes more refined. So I reckon if I go in 6 months' time, I reckon it would be a close 10. It's heaps good. It's way better than what we had previously. Good storyline. It flows. It's quick. It's Lots of action, lots of stunts. It's really cool. I really like it. What's this? Sanatorium will be a hybrid theater. Okay. Before a theme park will be developed. No worries. When it's open, let me know for sure. Theme parks is what I do. Disneyland, what does it say? Yeah. Disneyland Tokyo was so fun. Yeah, I want to get there one day for sure. Do you know a ride called 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea at Tokyo Disney? I've heard of it, but I don't know much about it. Never do King Claw. Yeah. Once for me. Thanks for the Singapore videos. My partner and I booked a Japan trip in May, and we'll be doing Disney and Universal. But when we realized Universal Studios Japan didn't have the Transformers ride, we added Singapore. Awesome. Yeah. No, you'll definitely enjoy. Singapore is two things about Singapore: a slightly smaller Universal park than all their other parks, but bigger than like Movie World, obviously, and Dream World, I'd say as well. Really cool things there, but it's not operated by Universal Studios. So it is a Universal Studios park operated by Sentosa Resorts World, Resorts World Sentosa. So its merchandise is different. The food's different. I mean, they just opened a brand new Minions Land just before I went there, and that's identical to any other USA Universal Studios park. It's unreal. It's amazing. It's awesome. I really like Universal Studios Singapore. I'd go back in a heartbeat. It's a really cool park. My favorite Universal park would have to be Hollywood, just because of nostalgia. It is a real working studio. But don't get me wrong, Florida, I had the chance to go there last year. Islands of Adventure, Epic Universe, and Universal Studios. Top-notch parks. Love them all. But they're all quite different, obviously, yeah, but love them all. But yeah, that's cool. I'm glad you're going there as well. You will enjoy it. It's humid as anything and hot, so take lots, drink lots. It's a hot park. It's a hot park. A little bit of shade, but not a lot of shade. Going to Dreamworld on the weekend with my partner to experience Rivertown for the first time. Awesome. Any tips? I would say jump on the Murrissippi Motors first, because there's pretty much a 45-minute queue all day long on that ride. If you're planning on doing that one, and I would recommend it. It's a pretty, it's a cool little ride. And then with Jungle Rush, I know you said there's two of you there, but the queues don't, first thing in the morning, like you get Murrissippi Motors out of the way, then go on Jungle Rush. If the queue's too long, maybe just jump up the single rider queues, because you probably end up on the same train. You just might not be sitting next to each other, but you never know. So there you go. There's a couple of hints there. Enjoy. It's pretty cool. Went on King Claw today, wasn't too good afterwards. Yeah. What is planned for the space where Motor Coaster is? You don't know yet. We will definitely let everyone know when we know, though. What was your position when you worked for Warner Brothers? My last position I was there was the group retail operations manager for all of their properties. Movie World, SeaWorld, Wet n Wild, Paradise Country, Outback Spectacular, and for Wet n Wild Sydney at the time. They don't own that anymore. It's now Raging Waters Sydney, owned by someone else. So yeah, I was in retail management there for a lot of years, and then got promoted to the group retail operations manager for the last, I think, 2 or 3 years I was there. I was in that role. So yeah, that's what I used to do there. Will the rest of your Singapore videos likely be out before May? I hope so. Yeah, like I plan to just try and get some more done, because there's all these other attractions of Singapore that are so amazing. I've just been looking at the content lately, and I've been dropping a few different bits and pieces on Instagram stories and things. Um, so yeah, like I plan to do more. Hopefully before May. It's obviously anything that happens like here locally that's timely, like like it's happening now, an event or something. I've got to do that now, and I've got to be on top of that now. That's why it's take like when I come back, like I was in Florida, then I came back for like a week, then went to Singapore, came back, um, straight into school holidays where they had, I think it was Heroes and Villains, and then it was into the next lot of holidays, straight into Fright Nights, Christmas, ride openings, new restaurants. There's just been so much happening. Like it's been crazy. It's been crazy to try and squeeze everything else in other than what's happening. I mean, although sometimes I get like, okay, cool, I'm going to do a video, I'm going to put this one out, and then I'm so busy, I go and do that, and then there's 10 other videos of exactly the same thing from other creators. And I think, do you guys want to see another video of the same exact thing again, and again, and again? I don't know. If you do, great, fantastic. Sometimes when I see that, I'm like, maybe I should have just done more Singapore videos. I don't know. It's anyway. Let me know. Let me know if you prefer to see something different sometimes. But anyway, we'll definitely try and get more Singapore stuff done soon. Yes, Disneyland. Yeah, Disneyland Tokyo is not owned by Disney. It's exactly right. It's owned by a different company. However, apparently, I haven't been there. But apparently, the Tokyo Disneyland is like one of the best in the world. So there you go. Interesting, right? They do a great job of it there. But I haven't been there, so I've been to the US ones. When I get to Japan one day, I'll be able to go, hey, it was better, or oh, no, I didn't think it was. So, but everyone tells me it is, so we'll see. Interesting. Planning on Mississippi Motors, Jungle Rush, Motor Coaster, and Steel Type N. Yeah, good plan, good plan, good plan. Do you play any games on consoles? No, I used to years ago. I used to play PlayStation back in the day, PS1 and PS2. I still have those units actually, but no, I have zero time for gaming. I don't mind games actually, but I just have zero time. I literally have zero time. If I had more time to do anything, I'd be putting out more videos. But anyway, Tim and I went to Whitewater World at Dream as well as Dream World. Water went up my nose on one of the slides. It happens. It happens. Been coughing on and off since. It'll be the chlorine. Yeah, definitely be the chlorine. Yeah. New Krispy Kreme and creamer. Yeah. Look. I was overseas when that opened, so I was had that planned to obviously do. But I was actually in New Zealand when on the opening day of that one. Yeah, look, that's yeah, and that's the thing, right? I think the only content creator that did the opening video for Surfers Paradise, when that opened a couple of years ago. But, anyway, this one is a much bigger restaurant, and so hopefully we'll get to that one. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Earliest movie world memory for me, it would be definitely. I was there, I think, a year after it opened. The next year, I think it was 92. Just the feeling of a movie park, the behind the scenes, the tram tour, the sound stages. That's the stuff I like. But the Batman ride was so awesome. The Gremlins ride was so awesome. The river ride was so awesome. Just everything was so awesome. And it lost that over the years. Just completely lost it. So it's just how can something go from being so good to to sort of just good, but not the same. Like, yeah, I don't know. I guess people make decisions along the way. Oh, they don't do movies like that anymore. So now, you know, we're gonna get rid of that. Well, people are still interested in how they made movies back then and behind the scenes stuff because it's not something you see every day. So I think they need to incorporate something like that back again. This whole attractions in the States that are just based on behind the scenes movie stuff like Warner Brothers Studios. I love that. I go there all the time when I go there in Burbank because it's just awesome and I love it. So, and of course, because I'm old, and lots of TV shows have been filmed. They got this old town out the back that they use for so many TV shows and movies. And when I was a kid, some of you will know this, some of you will have no idea what I'm talking about. The Dukes of Hazzard TV show. Originally, it was started off being filmed in Georgia, I think Covington, Georgia, but I think the second season was brought to California and it was filmed at Warner Brothers Studios. And that town out the back was Hazzard County. So for me, the first time I went there, 2015, I think it was, to be standing in Hazzard County, for me, like having watched it all those years. In fact, I've got the Blu-ray series. I've watched it, watched it all again in recent years, and it's incredible. But there's been so many other TV shows. Gremlins was filmed there. It's endless the amount of movies filmed there. They also had just sort of literally across the road and down what they called the Warner Brothers Ranch, and they had a whole another streets and streets of houses, and they had like really famous houses there. Bewitched house was there. The house from Lethal Weapon was there. National Lampoon's Vacation, Christmas. I think it was Christmas Vacation was there. Even in more recent years, was it The Middle? Was there? Yeah, it's just so many. It was incredible, but then they've now leveled that. It's gone. They're building, I think, sound stages there now. Anyway, yeah, that's the kind of stuff I like to see is the behind the scenes and screen use stuff like that. So they need to have more of that stuff here. I know we don't do all of that here, but now we're doing more movies in the Gold Coast than ever before. They need to have that stuff, some stuff preserved and kept for people, for attractions. And they have done it in the past at the studios, like with the big boat from, was it Narnia? I think yeah, that's kind of stuff. It was really cool. So anyway, hopefully we get more movie magic stuff like that. The studios are pretty like locked down, unfortunately, these days to let people through. But here's a hint for you guys. If you're in the Gold Coast, if they're filming movies here, which they usually are always, if you go to Paradise Country, you got to go on the road that goes between Top Golf and Outback Spectacular. Then you hook a left and go around the studios. And a lot of the time, for their major, massive sets, outdoor sets, they'll have them built outside and you can see them and straight away. Problem is, there's signs everywhere saying no photography. You'll be arrested and deported. Well, they might not quite say those words, but there's definitely no photography or video allowed on any of that area. There is cameras, there's security there, and all the rest of it. So up to you if you choose to, snap photos and that. When they were filming Pirates of the Caribbean, Helensvale, Westfield, right? Behind the tram station across the road, it's been, I think it's part of the Coomera Connector now, but it was just fields, and they had the actual, what's it called, the black, what's it called? Someone would know. Anyway, Johnny Depp's ship, right? They had it there. The whole ship was there, and they had screens all around it, the lighting. We saw them filming all of that stuff. Crazy. And then they just rip it down and smash it up and destroy it. Crazy. Anyway, they need to keep a lot of that stuff and add it to the park. Anyway, that's just what I think. Uh, now I am conscious of time, so we're going to wrap things up very, very shortly. Um, I'll just try and catch up the last few comments here, guys. So, soundstage tour, yeah, for sure, absolutely. They need to just redo it. Yeah, Krispy Kreme opened last week. Missed the Looney Tune River ride, 100%. It was such a good ride. Yep, tram tour made Movie World. Why did they get rid of it? I don't know. What I think the reason was the sound stages, the technology changed from what it was to more digital, and then they went, well, that's not how they do it anymore. Let's make that the Superman roller coaster ride now. I think. I think. Last time I had gone to SeaWorld, pretty sure they had got rid of Storm Coaster theming. Yeah. Now you're right. I know. I see that in my video, and I looked around. There's still like near where the ride, sort of where you queue up and the ride goes, starts and finishes. There's still the containers and a couple of boats there, but all the rest of it, yeah, the theming is all gone. It's like blank. It kind of looks, well, I don't know, empty. So don't know what the plan is there, but yeah, you're right. You're right. How likely do you think we'd hear any updates from Movie World about the Doomsday area this year? We should. If they leave it another year as it is with no announcements and no signage, and then that'd be very disappointing. But I think definitely that would have to be the next thing they address. There has to be a plan for that area. They've got to redo that area. It needs to be something really cool and really awesome. And if it's going to open for this Christmas, they need to get onto it now. So maybe it's going to open next year. We'll see. As soon as we hear anything, we'll keep our eyes and ears open, and we'll post it on our social. Normally on Instagram, here on YouTube, we'll make a video. Obviously, if there's a major announcement, TikTok potentially as well. Yeah, it was movie magic back in those days. Yeah, just like Universal Studios behind the scenes tram tour is now. It's so good. Anyway, yep, there was. You were born in '95. Yeah, for '91 through to, well, there was still tram tour in '95. I think they took it away in I can't remember the year. I think it might have been early 2000s. Actually, it might have been 2001 or two that they got rid of that. I can't remember exactly. Disney Hollywood Studios is the same. Yep, absolutely. Juliana went on the Disneyland riverboat. Yeah, how cool is that? So awesome, isn't it? I don't think they'll change the name. I don't think they'll change the name. They just need to put things back in the park that need to be in there. I saw you at Dreamworld the other day. You should have said hi. I don't understand why Movie World still has the Batman Showcase sign up. Yeah, I know. It's been 2 years. Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, I thought it was 2 years coming up to then for sure. Yeah, they could have just done something generic over the top of that. Hey, but anyway, who knows? Who knows? Wonder if they'll ever reopen Michael Jackson's Neverland to the public, like another Graceland. Maybe they will. I don't know who owns it. No, I think the family must still own it. I do know someone that would probably know that information though, over there. So maybe we'll try and find that info out. I'll contact him. He's been to that Jackson Havenhurst home a few times for events, and I'm pretty sure he's knows and chats to Michael Jackson's son. Is it Prince? Is it Prince? Prince Jackson or something like that. So yeah, maybe we'll find out. Yeah, the Black Pearl, that was the one. The Black Pearl was the ship. Yeah, they had. So yeah, like the the Gold Coast is there's so much goes on here. Anaconda was filmed here. Jack Black movie that was filmed here entirely. Yeah, yeah. So, um, that Netflix deal is nothing to do with Warner Brothers movie world here in the Gold Coast. It's no change. It's owned by a different company and stuff here. It's totally nothing to do with this. So that's a total separate thing. So yeah. All right. I think we're gonna wrap it. Oh, hang on. Straws. Hey, thanks for jumping on. Back from work. If they replace Motor Coaster, I actually wish they did a remake of the Tower of Terror. Yeah, I think you know as well as us that they probably won't do that because, well, unless there's a different kind of style version, maybe. Yeah, maybe you never know. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of interesting, and some I've had some wording saying they're gonna give that ride a new chapter. So, what's the next chapter for the ride? Indicates a retheme, in my opinion. But hopefully, the next chapter is wipe it out and put something cool and new and exciting there. We'll have to wait and see. So we don't know. We don't know yet. Yeah, Tower of Terror. I miss that noise that you know when you were in the park. It was so crazy. But we'll have to wait and see. SeaWorld Monorail. I was there the other week. I mean, obviously the track's being dismantled now. There's a section here and there. The one it's still the second one is still sitting in that station down near Shark Bay. Just looks terrible. Like you can just see it's all just covered in dust and crap. All the doors were open though. With the day that I was there a couple of weeks ago, all the doors were open. Like they might have been doing something on the inside. Maybe, I don't know. Interesting if they are. So yeah, I reckon they could turn it into like even just like a diner. You know, be pretty cool. Have bits of have screens playing of the monorail and the history of the monorail, because I think that one came from World Expo '88. I'm pretty sure. So it has a bit of history before it even got to SeaWorld. We'll have to wait and see. Do you think the Gold Coaster has left in its lifespan? Yeah, look, it's been around a while, hasn't it? In fact, that was in Luna Park, Sydney, originally. I mean, look, they can make a coaster last forever. If it's still got parts available, essentially. But who knows? I think for now, yeah, the way it snakes through the water park as well. So I don't think they would do anything with that. It's rough as guts. Maybe they'll make it a bit smoother. I don't know, because when I rode the corkscrew arrow coaster in Rainbow's End a couple of years ago, it was so smooth. I was surprised because that's a very old coaster, but it's the same brand of coaster. But anyway, I don't know how they got it so smooth. I was like, wow, it's so smooth. Not like this one, but anyway, interesting. Forward to filming my own movies. Yeah, that'd be cool. That would be awesome. Tower of Terror was my favorite ride. It's so fun for 7 seconds. Yeah, it was the best. And I don't know if you rode it when it was Tower of Terror 1, when it went forwards. That was the best because before it even had another ride attached, it went almost right to the top, and then you got weightlessness for a couple of seconds, and then it went back. And then when they reversed it, it was still pretty cool, but it didn't quite go as high because by then I think they were starting to build the giant drop, so and it couldn't quite go as high as it used to go. But it was so cool, yeah. I hope it gets removed. Retheming of the ride just doesn't feel right. Yeah, I agree. I hope it does get removed. Motor coaster, it needs to. I think it just needs to go. But we'll have to wait and see. I think if they do a retheme, I think they'll do a good job of it. Like they'll get rid of the trains and they'll put something else on there, and maybe they'll change the launch system, or maybe they'll redo some of the track. I don't know. It's got to be a different ride experience. But we'll wait and see. We'll know that Dreamworld have set the bar now with their theming and the level of detail. So that's the bar is set, right? So it can't be anything less than King Claw and Rivertown. Keep that in mind. Whatever they do, keep that in mind. Hoping for a waterlog ride. Yeah, would like to see a waterlog log ride or something for sure. I think Cyclone was a better name than Gold Coaster. Yeah, it was also Hot Wheels, Big Dipper. Yeah, Luna Park do have the old photos, don't they? Yep. Busted your shoulder on it. Oh, that's not good. Was it on the ride or? Hope not. Yeah, not many people were big fans of Motor Coaster. It's funny though. I was saying earlier on, from Dreamworld's guest feedback, it's one of the most favorite family rides in Dreamworld. Motor Coaster. It is. Families enjoy it, so it's because it's not that fast. It's good, but yeah, it's not comfortable ride and all the rest of it. It just needs it just needs a completely different on there for sure. It's quite bumpy. Gold Coaster, yeah, very bumpy. I watched a doco on the demise of Sydney's Wonderland. Did you like that park? I've never got to go there. I wish I did. I really, because it looked awesome. It actually looked amazing. I got to watch that, actually. I want to see that. Netflix buying Warner Brothers. Look, it might. Obviously, it doesn't change anything here in the Gold Coast for Movie World. It doesn't change the name. Doesn't have any impact there. However, yes, it might open up IP opportunities potentially, and how good would that be if it does? So again, we'll have to just wait and see if that all goes through, and if it does, and if they can, fantastic. Even better for them to have more access. Imagine the merch opportunities as well, and rides. So yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed on that one. Fingers crossed. Thanks, Jake. Appreciate you jumping on. Thank you. We're going to wrap this up very shortly, everyone. Anyway, it's getting on now, and we've all got work, and most of us school, work, or whatever in the morning. So, going to Dreamworld on Saturday. You want to enjoy that one? Didn't bust your shoulder on the ride. Okay, that's good to hear then. Squid Game, Stranger Things, Wednesday. Yeah, 100%. It would open up a lot of opportunities for sure. If the motor coaster was classed as a family ride, not part of the old thrill ride, yeah, it's a weak addition. I think it was originally classed as one of the thrill rides, but I think families now, again, based on guest feedback, still rate that ride as a great family ride, because I think these days rides are faster and more thrilling than ever before. So it probably was great when it first opened, you know what I mean? But now it's like, yeah, well, it's good family ride, good for kids, families. It's depending on the ride or the shoes I've got on. Sometimes I can't even get locked in because of my legs. So yeah, it just depends. It's kind of uncomfortable to even ride, but once you're on it and you're going, it's all right. It's all right. Why Disneyland let us? A monorail? Buy it from SeaWorld. I think they probably would not buy that. I think that I think that one at SeaWorld is just ready for scrap, I think. Surely Gold Coaster could be demolished or closer to the end of its life than Motor Coaster. Yeah, I mean, it's older for sure. Yeah, you're right. I think it probably could be a retheme, but a really good one though, not just like a paint. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be total. If it's a revamped, rethemed, it should be quite a bit of money being spent on it still. I think because Dreamwood would do it right. We know that now. Yeah, the good thing about families like that ride too is there's a sidecars for little kids at the back or people with disabilities. So it's a really inclusive ride for a lot of people, and it's still a roller coaster that you can still, you know, experience that anyone can kind of experience. So I think from that respect, that's why it's popular, and it's not too fast and too crazy, you know. You have to ride the sidecar because of your shoulder. Fair enough. That's fair. Cool. Thanks, Straws. We're going to wrap this up now anyway. So I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who jumped on here during this live stream. Thanks for those that have been on the whole time, and thanks to those that have jumped in and those that were on earlier as well. I really appreciate everyone taking the time out of your night and your week to jump onto the live stream here. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at jaggsjourneysau. I do post regular content on there as well as TikTok. And if you're not already subscribed to Jaggs Journeys on YouTube, obviously theme parks and attractions videos, excuse me. If you are new here, my videos are about visiting theme parks and attractions and just sharing with you what each of those parks have to offer, what it's like to visit, prices of things, what's available there to do, that kind of thing. So if you like that kind of content, feel free to hit the subscribe. It is free to subscribe and share the channel if you could do so on your social network or through your network of people. That's always appreciated. And I just sincerely appreciate everyone's engagement to the live stream tonight. I really appreciate the comments and the questions and everything. That's what this is all about. And I also like obviously catching up in the park and saying hello as well. So thank you all for being on here. We'll get one last question there from Big Fella 456. Random question. Movie World's front entrance is super unsymmetrical since Green Lantern and DC rivals. Do you think they'd ever add anything out the front opposite side of Green Lantern? Look, they did it with Green Lantern. We never, I was working there when they built that, and we were like, they're building what in a creek? How are they doing this? So they can do anything. They can do anything. So you never know. It would kind of make sense, but I don't know. I think that side backs onto the administration side of the park, so maybe not. But you never know. You never know. It's a good thought though. They might do something there. Have to watch the space. They need to fix Doomsday first. That's for sure. Anyway, thanks everyone for your time. Appreciate it. Again, make sure you if you could please share the channel. It's appreciated. Again, more subscribers will help me do more different content, other content for you guys as well. Hopefully to grow the channel even more. It's appreciated. So I just want to say a big thanks to that. Have a great week. Enjoy the rest of your week. And if you are at one of the theme parks or somewhere in the Gold Coast on a Saturday, if you message me, I can let you know where I'll be, but I don't know sometimes until the day. Unfortunately, it depends on the schedule. I am very busy, so obviously it depends what's going on. Anyway, thank you all so much, each and every one of you, for contributing and for taking the time to be on here tonight. And thanks for your support for my channel. Thank you all so much. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next journey. Good night.